Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got another brewery showcase today. I can see myself breathing, so it's obviously very cold. Future out of Sydney. So they're based in St. Peter's, which is the suburbs near Marrickville, where all the breweries are together. So I've got their hashtag proper glassware. And this is their August 4-pack. I did the July one. If I keep ordering from them online, this might be a regular thing where I just do all 4 beers they release together. I enjoy doing the side-by-side stuff. It's just good to have a few different styles from the one brewery and do comparisons. So they're mostly IPAs this month, which it can be a bit annoying when they're all a similar style. But they have brewed their first smoothie sour, so I thought I'll start off with that one. It's called Turbo Tropic at 5.5%. Pretty cool can artwork, very tropical looking. So yeah, that's going to be the first one I tuck into. And then they've got these two that look like they were sort of made to go together. They're both double dry hopped hazy IPAs at 7%. One is called Dilly Dally, and it has a snail on the front. I'm not sure what that is. It might be from maybe a cartoon or something. Not really familiar with the reference. And then the other one is called Lollygag. It's got an alarm clock. Something I dread every Monday morning. So yeah, both 7% double dry hopped hazy IPAs. And then this one, which I'm really excited about. I love dog themed beers. And this dog is apparently their dog. So it's the brewery dog. He's known as Scooby. So they've called it Scooby Juice. I think that's a brilliant name. So this is a double dry hopped hazy double IPA, so 8%. That's got Scooby on the front there. That can artwork is fire, I reckon. It's simple but effective. Just the way they've written juice, I reckon, is cool. Definitely stand out in a crowd, this can. So yeah, you've got 2 IPAs at 7%, one at 8%, and then a fruit sour. So yeah, as I said, I normally go from lighter ABV to high. So yeah, we'll start with the sour and then finish with the Scooby Juice. I think Scooby is a beer they've done before and it was really popular, so they've rebrewed it. Those other two with the cartoon character things, I think they're new. So hopefully everyone's having a decent weekend. It's so weird sitting here talking. I can see my breath. It's like I'm in bloody the snowfields. So I don't know what the temperature is currently. It doesn't feel that cold. So yeah, let's get into the Turbo Tropic. And yeah, these guys at the moment, one of my favourite Aussie breweries. I visited the actual brewery a couple of months ago and yeah, just absolutely loved it. Suppose I better say hello to the chatters. So we have Evie. We've got Joe. Yes, I didn't have lunch. I had a late breakfast. I had baked beans on toast. Angie. Sean. Bill. Cool. Welcome in, everyone. Hang on, I'll press some button here and everything's gone mad. Okay, let's do this shit. I'm thirsty. So yeah, it's Sunday lunchtime here, 12 o'clock. I was going to start a little earlier because when I go back on morning shift, I have to get up at like 2:30 in the morning on Monday. So it's pretty tough. I like to, if I'm going to have a beer, I like to sort of start early and finish early. But yeah, I mean, lunchtime, as long as I'm done by before dinner time, I'm pretty happy. Let's go for this shit. So yeah, I just poured it then. I'm thinking, geez, that's dark for a hazy, but yeah, this one's the fruit sour. I'll have a look too what fruits are in it because I've got no idea. Looks nice. Looks very nice. Look at that. Oh, yes. So, this smoothie sour was loaded with insane amounts of mango, banana, pineapple, and passion fruit. Cool. Yeah, that can artwork's cool. It's got like just a little simple sort of beach theme, tropical sort of stuff. Is that Sam Toucan? Cool. Let's do it. So yeah, it's like a dark orange but real vibrant. That looks cool with the white. It's hard to see. Yeah, the logo there with the white head. It looks unreal. Um, yeah, about a 2 finger head. It's got that real sort of creamy look to it. I would say hazy in appearance. Carbonation's fairly light. The body looks fairly thick. I'll say medium to full body, but it could be like quite full. Yeah, looking forward to this. So yeah, this is the first sour they've brewed. Whiff time. First smell, I reckon I got every single fruit all in one hit. Oh, just smell. It's just like tropical goodness. So I reckon the first thing I smelt was mango, then banana, and then you sort of got like passion fruit and pineapple late. I feel like the two P's sort of aren't quite as prominent as the first two. But yeah, I mean, you're never going to get that perfect harmony. Like, there's always going to be some sort of imbalance. Me and Adam had a fruit sour yesterday that was meant to have mango and it didn't really have it in it. So yeah, this one sort of makes up for that because it's got huge mango. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, guys. Oh, wow. It's actually really good, especially considering it's the first fruit sour they've brewed. If it had a bit more sort of thickness to it, maybe a like a lactose vanilla coconut sort of thing going on, it would actually be yeah like pushing up there with like one drop and those sort of very tasty. It's actually got sort of like a harder mouthfeel than you'd expect. I thought it'd be like real sort of like yeah smooth, creamy, but it's almost got like an IPA style sort of body and like even the foamy head to it. You wouldn't think it's alcoholic, it just drinks like juice. The percentage was, yeah, 5.5. I could probably drink about 20 of these and still be walking. Cheers, Juzzy. Good to see you, mate. I'm doing another showcase where I do the 4 latest release beers from one of my favourite breweries. So yeah, normally I'll do sort of half a can and then move on to the next beer. I was going to do the Kicks second birthday beers, but I forgot to put the. I drank 4 of them fresh. Yeah, the other night I've got more than like one of each of them, so I wanted to drink them just the other night because I didn't have any other beers that I wasn't reviewing, sort of thing. And then yeah, I forgot to put another 4-pack in the fridge. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm absolutely digging that artwork on that one. That'd be the first thing I'd do, I reckon, if I owned a brewery, is I'd have, yeah, like beers named after my dogs. Jackie Juice. Cheers, Drewy. Oi. I was going to catch up with you at some stage for a beer, but I just wanted to do a review first. I see Craig's gone live and you ventured over there. Oh, this is beautiful. It's like so when I had the baked beans earlier, I had a coffee and yeah, I ran out of juice. So this is like making up for it. It's very quiet in the neighbourhood today. It's like almost eerie. I think just because it's a shitty like it's a Sunday morning and it's shitty weather, so it's probably people are probably just staying in their homes. Just seems really like eerily quiet. There's no action on the streets. Oh man. So yeah, with the mixed 4-packs, I just wish they'd like mix it up with styles a bit more. They did last month. Last month they had a Mexican lager, a West Coast IPA, and then I think they had a like a hazy IPA and then something else. But yeah, this week it's just all hazy IPAs except for this sour. Unfortunately, there's too many haze boys out there, and that's all they drink. So people like me that have been into craft beer for so long, it's like we try these new styles that come along, and then you get sick of them and you want more. Bit of a shame last night. Ramjet just didn't seem to cut it like it normally does. Just wasn't. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, the more I drank it, it was like this isn't as good as it normally is. That's really good. So obviously I'll come back to it, but let's move on to the next. Does anyone get any reference from this? It's called Dilly Dally. It's got a snail on it. I'm just thinking like It could be just some made up shit, but yeah, I'm thinking it might be maybe like a kid's show or something. So on the back, this one says, this double dry hopped hazy IPA was double dry hopped with Freestyle, Motorweka, Raquel, and Southern Cross. Cool. Southern Cross is one of my favourite hops. It's pretty shit here, Evie. It's all like wet and foggy and cold. It might turn into a nice day, but it's pretty shit at the moment. Let's get into it. What am I going to have for lunch today? I'd love I feel like a Thai curry or something like that would be good. Maybe some Indian. Don't you live in Melbourne, Evie? Okay, let's see what Dilly Dally's all about. Looks similar. Like the last beer's a fruit sour, this is an IPA, and it looks very similar. They definitely have some very nice looking beers, Future. Like, that looks really good. Oh yeah, yep, that'd make sense. And yeah, the other one's called Lollygag, and it's got an alarm clock. Yeah, like I have heard people say dilly dally, but don't really know what it means. Yeah. You ever been to a sour festival? That's the worst. You go to a sour festival, and the next day it's just like, because they're all so like, yeah, just that lacto and the yeast, and yeah, like when you drink them, a lot of people get like heartburn and yeah, like just they're real acidic and stuff. So the next day, it's like when you've been drinking only them for like hours, and then the next day it's like, okay. So appearance, yeah, it looks similar, like in color to the last beer, not as thick. So yeah, medium body, about probably just a one finger head, sort of disappeared a little. Um, yeah, I'd still say hazy appearance, slightly lighter orange than that last thing. We'll go a whiff, shall we? I might have to take a photo of the Scooby juice before I drink it, because I just got a feeling it's going to be, yeah, a good beer. Something I need to put on Instagram. So I'm getting some apricot with this one, and passion fruit. Maybe some mango as well. Sort of hard because I just had that mango drink, but I feel like this has got it in it. But different, like the last one was obviously a mango, like fresh fruit, whereas this is mango from hops. Have you got Facebook, Evie? I've only got Instagram for beer stuff. I don't have like a personal page. I used to, and it got like porn bombed, and then I couldn't get back into it, so I just cracked the shits and said, "Well, I'm not starting another one." It's real annoying because I had heaps of good photos on there. Here we go. Steve's got a question. Go to Thai is I like either a massaman or a yellow curry. So I tend to lean to the ones that have the sort of like the brown sort of base with like sometimes they'll have like cashew nuts and generally has like potato, carrot. Um I don't know, just something about that flavour I really enjoy. But with Thai food I can pretty much have anything. I just don't like the overly fishy sort of sauce ones. Like a good pad Thai is unreal. Um, if you want to splurge a bit more, a red duck curry is always awesome. Get a real spicy version of that. As far as Indian goes, I mean butter chicken's always a winner, but I try and mix it up. I'll go like a spicy vindaloo. It's good to try like lamb and get like different meats and stuff. Um, a biryani's always good, especially if it's got. I like them when they've got like mixed meats in them. Yeah. Yourself, what do you normally go for? Thai food's probably my favourite out of anything. Thai food or Italian, I reckon. There are some ethnic cuisines out there though that I probably haven't tried enough of that I would like if I had more. I've heard like Nepalese food's really good. And like what I've had of Korean stuff I enjoy, but I just haven't had enough of it. Anyway, back to the beer. So what was I smelling? Apricot, mango. There's like a slightly tart thing going on. Like it's a little bit earthy. Yeah, I reckon it's lime. I reckon there's some lime there. Like some zingy lime that's got a little bit of sort of tartness to it. And it almost seems like it's out of place. I would say like a bready, biscuity backbone. Let's get into it. First IPA of 3. Cheers, guys. Ooh, it's actually got a bit of bitterness to it, which I like. It was unexpected. As soon as I sipped it, I sort of got like pine and like sort of like forest flavors and bitterness. It's like, woo, hold on to your hats. We're going in. We're going deep into the bush. Yeah, that's like really unexpected. But because I like those qualities, that's good. So it's almost like a hybrid, like an in betweener, like it's sort of New England and slight West Coast characters to it. Coolio. Hopefully the other one's sort of similar. It was just really unexpected. So yeah, you're getting quite a bit of pine. Reminds me of like a one thing with Future is they brewed. I mean the owner head brewer worked for Alvarado Street in California. So yeah, he's probably a lot of his beers have probably got that West Coast influence. You're getting like a peach note as well. And yeah, I feel like the more I'm drinking it, I'm getting like some pithy grapefruit. It's probably leans more like on the palate. It's definitely piney and like bitter, but I feel like it's more sort of citrusy and stone fruit rather than tropical, which I got on the nose. The joys of beer, eh? Something can smell and taste completely different. What's your thoughts on their logo? I like it. I just like how it's simple. Like if a brewery does, like a company does well for themselves and they've got a simple logo, people will just see that logo and can associate with it straight away. Sometimes logos can be a bit too busy. But like, yeah, if you're into craft beer and you know your top breweries pretty well, if you just seen that like lit up somewhere, you'd know that like there's alcohol there. There's a brewery over in WA that are fairly new and they got a bit of hype. They're called Found. And I think their logo is like, I'm pretty sure it's just the name Found, but one of the letters, it might even be the F, is around the wrong way. So you sort of look at it and it's like, what the fuck? But it like sticks in your memory because it's like not right. Yeah, for sure, dude. Okay, Evie. I'll be around probably. Yeah, I'll probably do another review at some stage, maybe later in the afternoon. But yeah, thanks for chiming in, mate. Yeah, yeah, good call. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Massman. It's awesome. It does have that, yeah, sort of like Arabian sort of thing going on. Yeah, cheers, Evie. Always good to see you. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if, like, because I mean, look at them, you can tell they were brewed to be together. That there and that there, like same font, same sort of exact same style of beer, same percentage, the same little character sort of thing. Yeah, the hops. So the hops on the one I'm drinking now was Motueka, Raquel, and Southern Cross from Freestyle Brewing or Freestyle Hops in New Zealand. And then the other one's Freestyle Hops as well. It's Nelson, Cascade, and Rawaka. They're both like for me too, both equally as good with the hop combos. Yeah. Oh, it'd be funny if I ended up doing these four future beers and then like in a few hours time I do the four kicks beers. I'll be hammered. Because yeah, if I like, I wanted to do the kicks beers this weekend. So if I don't do them this weekend, I don't know when I'll do them. So it's almost like I want to do them later today. We'll see how we go. I just feel when you do the collection of like a group of beers, it's just a lot easier to do it on a weekend. Because not only do you need the time with the stream, it's going to take longer, but yeah, you need a bit of time to recover. Cheers, Joe. Thanks for chiming in, mate. Have a good day. Probably a nice Sunday there in Sydney. So let's go to the third one. Lollygag. And something I'm not looking forward to in the morning. One thing I need to do is change my alarm like ringtone. It's just some annoying thing at the moment. I need like a song that I like or something that's going to get me in a good mood. Yeah, that bitterness and dryness on the finish of that last one really surprised me. So yeah, this one looks similar again. Sorry, I'm just rearranging my cans here. Not much room on the coffee table. I'll keep that one there because that's what I'm drinking. And now we're right. So yeah, it looks similar again. It's that same sort of orange in the last one. It's got a fair head to it. This probably 3 finger, pretty foamy, hazy appearance. I'd say medium body again. Let's go a whiff. I get grapefruit straight away in this one, and some peach, apricot as well. The old stone fruity. There may be some tangerine. It's like the other one. It's got that sort of juicy smell to it and very similar aroma, but I feel like it's gonna surprise me. It's gonna have that pine in it as well. Just the nose on that last one was a little subdued, but then on flavour you're like, wow, like I feel like this is gonna be the same. The dog's behind me snoring his head off. If I was in dog years, he's where's the calculator? Yeah, I don't know where my phone is. Anyway, yeah, in dog years, he's probably like 90 or 100 or something, like pretty old. So yeah, good on him if he just wants to sleep all the time. Capital A follow underneath by a drop, followed by. Yeah, cool. That's one brewery. When I went to Brisbane, I did a lot of the brew scene there. I didn't go to them because they were sort of out. They were on the outskirts in an area by themselves. I sort of wish I had checked them out. But yeah, I was quite impressed with the Brisbane brewery scene. I just don't think their quality's as good though as Melbourne and Sydney. They've got a lot of cool breweries and nice venues and that, but I just felt the actual quality of the beers themselves just not like obviously range is good and working title's pretty decent, but I just found in general most of the breweries they're just that sort of step or two behind Melbourne and Sydney's breweries. Craig's on one. Yeah, he looks like he's smashed. I'll, pro- I'll probably go over there after this and just give him shit. Anyway, I haven't drank this beer yet. Cheers, guys. Hopefully, it's like that last one where I get this big smack of like pine and earth and bitterness in the face. Yep. Very stone fruit heavy. So whatever the R hop is, that's what that'd be from. Rawaka. I always feel with Rawaka you get huge sort of apricot and peach. You do get pine as well. It must be from the Cascade. There was pine in the last one. Oh yeah, that'd be Southern Cross. Yeah, it's like I feel like the pine's even more profound in this. Yeah, there was just a lot of breweries where I was trying a heap of different stuff, and it just get to a point where I don't know, they were all just sort of medium range, like nothing special. Um, a classic example of a Brisbane brewery, like Fallon's. You go there and it's fucking phenomenal venue, brilliant view, like everything's real flash and immaculate. And then you try the beers and you're like, I reckon I tried about 10 beers at Fallon's and only one of them I thought was okay, like as in slightly good. Most of them were just like very average. And the only reason that one was good is because it was like a barrel aged like stout or something. But yeah, I when working title are good, they're unreal. They do have some misses, but yeah, they. I think they're really good with their West Coast style beers and their stouts. I still think they need a lot of work on their hazy. Both really good dudes. I love them. I've hung out with them, just talk shit and drank beers with them for like a fair while. One time after a festival. Yeah, I reckon it's cool though how they were gypsy brewers and used to use the facilities at Newstead to brew their beers, and then all of a sudden they bought that venue that they used to gypsy at. It's pretty cool. So you're getting definitely getting that like Sauvignon Blanc white grape, white berry sort of character in this, which I like. You're getting, probably more pine than the last one. I feel like this one's a little softer, but yeah, they're very similar in style. Like they've got that sort of similar amount of like juice to pine and sort of a sweet aroma and start and then finishes quite dry. Done a good job. So gassy. Now I can't stop thinking about curries. Cheers, Steve. It was my fault. I was the one that brought it up. Damn it. Curry time. Steph Curry. I'd just like to order a Steph Curry, thanks. No worries, we'll give you a 3-pointer from the car park. Some of the shit he does in warm-ups and that, he's just phenomenal. You could just imagine as a kid he would have just been fucking around doing all these trick shots all the time and just doing it so often that when he's an adult and a professional basketballer, he's like just fucks around and half the time like he makes it look easy. He seems like a pretty good dude as well. It's almost like he's underrated. Might have to do a cuvee with these. Yeah, I honestly feel like with these last two, they're so similar. You're obviously just getting different notes from the hops. Everything else is the same. So it's like, and because I like both combos of hops, it's like I can't separate them. I like them both evenly. I do like the fact in like Brisbane and Perth and that it's a lot easier to get around than what it is in fucking Melbourne and Sydney. And I do like the fact that when I get on a tram or a train or whatever, or yeah, they don't have trams in Brisbane, but when I get on a train, I'm not like the only Caucasian amongst Chinese students. Honestly, like, yeah, there's been times lately I've felt like I'm in a different country. It's so bad. Next beer, the one I'm excited about. Scooby. I love that can artwork. So yeah, as I said, I sort of want to take a photo of this one. So I might do the old quick trip to the toilet, take a photo and come back. So give us like a little 2-minute interlude and I'll be back. Cheers, legends. And we're live. Cheers, guys. So yeah, I took a nice photo. I had to get it. So yeah, it looks really good, this one. It's probably a darker orange than the last two. It's sort of a similar colour to the fruit sour I had initially. So like a medium to dark orange, like sort of vibrant colour. It's got about a 2 to 3 finger foamy white head. And yeah, same sort of like hazy appearance. Light carbonation. Probably looks a little more full than the last two. And yeah, that's the can artwork again. So it's known as a double dry hopped hazy double IPA at 8%. Yeah, just everything about that can artwork's awesome. And this one, it says, this double dry hopped hazy dipper was double dry hopped with Nelson and nectar on. Coolio, let's do it. Beer time, is it? Sure is. Trav, welcome in, brother. What are your thoughts on that? Looks pretty good, dude. Scooby Juice. Let's do it. Let's have a whiff. See, I'm getting pine on this one on the nose. It's so weird. Didn't get pine at all in the last two on the nose, but on that it was like huge on flavour. And then you're smelling it on this one. I'm smelling like some white grape. And yeah, passion fruit. It's like a little bit sort of grassy, earthy. It's like a light sort of citrus there. Maybe like orange, like, yeah, nectarine, probably being nectar on hop. Yeah, anyway, let's get it. Cheers, boys and girls. Oh, yeah. It's got like a nice level of sweetness, this beer. You can tell it's got a bit more oomph in the malt, only slightly, but oh, tasty. Yeah, there's some apricot there. Definitely white grape, a touch of like berry. Yeah, passion fruit. Yeah, as I said, like some citrus, like orange, nectarine, tangerine. Really nice. It's not quite as bitter as the last two. And yeah, it doesn't sort of finish quite as dry. It's still got those similar features, but I don't know. I feel like this one's more balanced. Very good beer. See, I like those last two, but this is sort of a little step up. Certainly can't complain. All four beers have been bangers. Yeah, it's just a shame they're very similar styles. Would have been good to have like a lager or a stout or a porter or just something different in there instead of three hazy IPAs. So what's everyone's plans for this afternoon? I still haven't watched Happy Gilmore 2. I've got to check it out. Talk about a hole in one. maybe I'll get Subway for lunch. I eat 2 of these every day to help keep me strong. Yeah, my mate sent me a copy of Happy Gilmore 2 and the latest Ricky Gervais stand-up, so I've got to watch both of them. I've actually got a beer in the fridge called Gold Jacket, like it's a bit of a tribute to Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? Should I do a cuvee of... Okay, here's the question for the chat. Cuvee is where you do a mixed review, so you got multiple beers in the one review. And yeah, the cuvee is when you do a little bit of each beer and join them all together. So should I do all 4 beers, just a little amount all together and see what it tastes like, or should I just do the 3 IPAs? Obviously, the fruit sour was like sort of similar features, but a little different. Yep. Yeah, it's good having a little Sunday sesh. I keep thinking about Indian food or Thai food because yeah, me and Steve were talking about it before. But yeah, I can see myself having quite a few beers today. I'm highly considering still doing this kicks 4-pack. But yeah, I just feel like maybe I need some time in between. Because yeah, I think the kicks beers have got a bit of alcohol volume. Do all 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a fair call. Yeah, mixed reviews are awesome, dude. Hope you're well. We'll have to have a beer again some stage. It's been ages, dude. I'm just so wrapped with that can and the can artwork. I just think it's fucking brilliant. So when you go to the brewery, obviously, when you go to the brewery, apparently this guy's just strolling around in amongst the tables and the punters. Big old boy, Scooby. I just think it's great when you go to a brewery and there's like dogs everywhere. I mean, some people aren't dog people, so they just don't appreciate it. But for me, that's fucking brilliant. There'd be like water bowls and shit, like toys sitting around, just like I don't give a fuck. But then there'd be little kids running around. You're like, oh, get them out of here. he just look just the picture. Like I know it's only a character picture, but he just looks like he'd be like so kind and loyal, like he'd be a gentle giant. I'm sort of tempted to do what Doubtfire's said to do. Maybe just have like Just a little of each beer, just with the sour added. Or even if I just do it with like maybe one of them. I will do a cuvee as well, though. It's underrated and sometimes underappreciated, mixing drinks together. Someone was talking about it on a show the other day with like Boilermakers and that sort of stuff. They were saying they feel people need to experience that more, like combining stuff together. It's the same with food. You just don't think to do it though. You're just like, nah, that wouldn't work with that. But yeah, sometimes the best combos have just been made from someone fucking around. And so yeah, first of all, I'm gonna say all four beers really good, like awesome quality, right down my alley. No, the only complaint I have is I just wish they had and one more style, just a bit more mixed of a 4-pack instead of three of the same thing. That's my only sort of qualm. Um, but yeah, I'd probably say I would have enjoyed this one the most. So the one I finished on. It's just slightly better than the other two IPAs. They're all good quality. But I probably would have said I reckon I enjoyed the fruit sour probably on par with the other two. So I'll say that's got second. And then there's no beer that sometimes I mention if a beer's not quite up to scratch, but not the case with this four. Future are doing well. Good on them. Yeah, well, that's a classic example there. Black and tan. You do still hear about it, but yeah, it's just not very popular. So what I might do, I'll do part of what Doubtfire's requested. I probably just don't have quite enough left of that sour to do it with everyone, but I reckon I might do the sour with the Scooby juice just to see what it tastes like with that, and then I'll do like a cuvee of all four together. So this is Scooby juice and what was the fruit sour called? Turbo Tropic. Science, baby. Oh, it adds a bit of colour and a bit of thickness to it. So that's it there. Certainly thicker than your average IPA. A bit more sort of brighter colour. Oh, this is cool. So it's really weird because you're getting like that sweet and tart, but then you're getting like hops as well. Yes. Here he is. Scooby behind me. Oh, this is weird. It's going to make for a good cuvee. So yeah, you're just getting this huge waft of like mango and banana and yeah, some tropical fruit. But then you're getting also like a little hint of pine, like earth. Yeah, and like yeah, like white wine sort of character. But they're sort of a little more subdued because they're more hop character, whereas the fruits I mentioned earlier is like actual fruit puree. But yeah, the sweetness is just like it's weird. Not used to like smelling this huge sweetness and sourness from like an IPA. Cheers to the Doubtfire, Kuvo. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there is an actual style out there called sour IPA, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. It's just so weird, like having something that's so fruity, as in naturally fruity, like actual proper fruit, but then yeah, having like this hoppy character as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to do all four together. Yeah, boy. Yeah. One thing I used to do when I was a kid, or like a young teenager, or yeah, even like late teens, probably. Me and my cousin, and maybe my brother, maybe I don't know. There might have been some friends included. We used to go to the footy, and we'd like take our own beers in an esky, but we didn't like the taste of just beer by itself, so we'd add cordial to it. What the fuck? So we'd be drinking like I don't know, like Carlton drafts, but then it would have like raspberry or lime cordial in it. It was so weird. It was probably, I mean, as a kid, there's probably heaps of people did that sort of shit. But here we go, ladies and gents. All four future August beers as one. One Optimus Prime. Let's see how it smells. Oh, very tropical. Yeah, tropical citrus, stone fruit. You're getting all the fruits, but just on initial smell, it's very tropical. I feel like the pines sort of simmered down because of the fruit. It's definitely still some sweetness and tartness, though. Anyway, here's for it. Cuvée! Yeah, it just gives me sour IPA character. Cheers, Craigie boy. You still going? If you're still going, I'm coming over. I'm about to wrap this up. So if you're still going, I will be there shortly. It's the future, baby. I tell you what the future is. Sleep Token. If you want some new music to listen to out there, check out Sleep Token. They are fucking brilliant. I have really been enjoying them lately, and I feel like it's the future of music. They're like they're they're known as progressive metal, but they've got so many different genres in their music. And the guy's a phenomenal singer, like brilliant voice. So he can sing all these different genres. And then the drummer is fucking sensational. And here we go. Speaking of, ooh, yeah, let's go, bro. Let's get lit together. It'd be so good. Yeah, I want people to experience them that haven't heard them before because they're so fucking good. I was cranking them in the shower before. I'm like, fuck, these guys are awesome. Let's have another sippy of the Cuvée. That is delightful. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of sour IPAs. It's a style I sort of tend to stay away from. But yeah, that's what this reminds me of. It's like I love sours, I love IPAs, but I prefer to have them separate. It does work, but to be honest, I prefer something like this by itself. Where is he? Where's Scooby gone? There he is. Scooby! So, yeah, if you're Australian or New Zealander or Southeast Asian, I would recommend trying Future if you haven't already. One of my favourite Aussie breweries at the moment. Yeah, and they do actually brew quite a few different styles, but every now and then with their can release, they get a bit heavy on the hazies. So, but I would say go to the brewery if you can, which is inner West Sydney, if you get the chance. Those of you that live in other countries, look out for some collabs because they do work with some pretty good breweries out there. But yeah, I'm out of here, peeps. I'm possibly going to do this Kicks Brewing second birthday pack later on. So if anyone's about and wants to see me drink another 4 beers, I'll just see how I go. And yeah, if I feel all right later, and I'll schedule it like an hour or two before it starts so people know it's coming up. But yeah, if not, I'm working morning shift this week, so I'll be able to do my regular sort of 1 or 2 beers a night sort of thing. So yeah, as I said, I've really enjoyed doing the streams lately. Yeah, they've been cool. There's been a lot of good people. Community's pretty solid. Good times. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you again whenever. Hopefully this afternoon. Cheers.